Hi everybody, my name is Josh. Today's devotion comes from Luke chapter 1 verses 46 to 56, where we look at the passage where we see Mary's song and praise that she gives. At this point, she has visited her cousin Elizabeth. She's already met Gabriel, the angel of the Lord, and she's been told that she's going to bear a son, and that son is going to be the King and Savior of the world. Now, Mary has every reason to be anxious and filled with fear. But here in this passage, she's told that she's blessed. And she actually doesn't respond to this promise that's given to her by the Lord's angel with fear and anxiety. She responds to it with joyful gladness, and it comes in the context of a song. Now, when we think of music, music stirs up many emotions in our souls and in our hearts. And oftentimes when we have a song that leads to happiness that we love to sing, we're doing it out of a response to an emotion that we feel deep inside. But Mary isn't moved by her circumstances or her situations. She's moved by a Savior that's promised from the angel of the Lord. And what's beautiful here is that even though Mary has every reason to be filled with fear, filled with angst, even though she has every reason to actually be incredibly worried, her reputation is on the line. She's somebody who's disenfranchised, young. She lacks any particular talents and gifts, doesn't have many resources. Her entire life can completely unravel because of the reality that she's bearing a child prior to being married to Joseph. And yet, with great confidence, with great humility, with great boldness and great joy, she sings a song and she praises the Lord. Towards the end of the passage, she actually says, "He has filled the hungry with good things, but has sent the rich away empty. He has helped his servant Israel, remembrance to be merciful to Abraham and his descendants forever." This is a beautiful portion of her song because she's looking back at the promises that God gave to his people Israel. Her coming from the Jewish tradition, she understood that one day God would send a king and a representative that would save the world. And now she's the very one who's bearing that Savior, bearing that King. And now with joyfulness and gladness, she's singing the songs of the reality of the gospel. That one day she would give birth to Jesus, and Jesus who would one day endure the cross for his people, who would take on the ultimate shame so that in him we would never have to feel the shame that we feel from our sin. We can find great confidence, be glad, and joyfully sing the good news of the gospel because of what Christ has finished for us.